Hello, I'm back again. That's right, 2 videos in a week instead of once every 2 months. I know. But, more stuff got here, and that means more reviews. And you'll never guess what got here. Just kidding, you probably will, because I probably put it on the thumbnail. Not probably, I know I did already. That's right. We have the thing I've already opened, but Classic Freddy and Shadow Freddy, exclusive to the Jazzwares Vault. Got a nice little golden sticker on this. Why did Nightmare On not have like a Hot Topic exclusive sticker? I don't know, but And here you can see the the contents. You got Shadow Freddy, Classic Freddy, which I already have, but I will get into later because that's kind of interesting, and the Endo 01, which looks different here. I touched on this yesterday on my video about Freddy and Withered Freddy, which you should totally watch. But on the finished product, the eyelids and the Endo jaw for some reason are black, which they aren't in the physical product. I don't know why they did that. It seemed pretty last second because they already had all the promotional renders out for everything, but I don't know. Answers go unsolved, and this one will be just like that, unsolved. But getting into the meat and potatoes of the video, because people don't watch these for me talking for 5 minutes, which is a problem I've had on older videos. Endoskeleton, again. Wow. He's saying hi. Okay, so I initially was not planning on going over Freddy and the Endo again. I was just going to talk about the new contents, which is Shadow Freddy, who's right here. We'll get into that, no spoilers. But there is a difference, which I did not expect. It was $5 more expensive than the retail figures, those being $25.99 or whatever, with these being about $30 on the Jazzwares Vault, plus shipping or whatever, and that $5 did a crazy thing, I guess, because well, I'm not gonna take it off all the way. Can you tell the difference? I'll just give you a few seconds. No, I'm just kidding, I'm not. The Shadow Freddy Endo looks much more detailed and much more rusted, as well as even maybe just looking a little shinier. No, probably not. See, this one has, if I'll take the body off real quick, just so you can get a better look at it. If I can even do it. That difference is kind of crazy. I think this one, it looks like it's got a little bit of blood splatter or something on it, but the one on the left, or right, yeah, is just so different. There's a nice rust texture on there. I don't know what they're putting in that $5, but holy, it's so crazy. As well as the joints feeling much better on this figure too. I had no problems with moving it or anything. Even just the paint looks better. If you look on the eyes, actually, it's much sharper around the edge, as well as the teeth looking just so much better, which makes me really excited for the standalone Endos that they're hopefully going to be selling next year, because that just means that those are going to have a better paint job, and I'm hoping to get a deluxe endoskeleton with more articulation like I talked about yesterday in my last video, but those are all aside the point. For now, we're talking about these two. Well, not you actually. You get to go back to the shelf below me where I keep all my FNaF stuff. One of the shelves below me where I keep all my FNaF stuff. There's like 5. So, not only does he have better feeling articulation, he has no joints that don't move at all. As you know, or hopefully know if you watched my video that you should totally watch, I'm going to keep talking about, Freddy's leg right here, his joint, does not move. I lied. I'm actually going to grab him again, just so you can see what I'm talking about. This joint right here does not move. I've started to wear it down. That's how bad it was. And this one here, no problems at all. So I'm hoping that means that they also fixed the feet, because I had problems getting those on yesterday for Freddy and Withered Freddy. So just overall, much more impressive. Uh-oh, wait. Nope, got it. I got scared for a second there, but no, just so much better for no reason. It's so strange. I guess because these were kind of brought in later into the production of the first wave. They just had more time to fix stuff from the retail releases, I guess. I'm not sure. Speaking of stuff that needs to be fixed, let me go grab Freddy. Or both Freddys, I guess. I had to do some digging, but I wasn't going to talk about Freddy either, but there is a difference. So here we have our retail Freddy Fazbear. $25 or $24.99. You can get it at like Walmart, Target, whatever the hell. If it sells stuff, it's probably selling these. Nice figure overall, whatever. I have my problems. I don't know what that was. It is what it is. And strangely enough, here we have our Jazzwares Vault Freddy. There's a difference, right? I'm not crazy. Like, you can tell, even just by the ears alone, how Freddy has these weird holes where the Jazzwares one doesn't, and even just the, like, material, the texture, this is much higher quality. Again, I don't know what they're putting in that $5. Even down to, like, the paint jobs on the teeth looking a little crisper. Or even just the paint job in general. Freddy and Bonnie, which I haven't gotten into yet, both had, like, pretty big paint job mess-ups, especially on Bonnie. But, like, it's pretty crisp here. I don't know. I just didn't expect it whatsoever. That's not gonna make me talk about Freddy again for another 6 minutes. Just watch the other video, basically the same stuff. I just wanted to talk about how weird that was to me. Now, since I've been talking about Shadow Freddy this entire video, why don't I actually go and put Shadow Freddy together so we can actually see him? Now, after like 10 minutes of fighting with it, really, it's so hard getting these on the first time. It's pretty easy the times after, but it's a nightmare. The feet take so long. Problem shared with its counterparts, but oh my god, the feet, man, they drive me nuts. Anyways, it's good. It's good. I like it. It's higher quality. It's higher quality, just like the Freddy I showed off earlier. Like, it's like, do you hear how that snaps, man? I'm gonna be using Withered Freddy a lot as comparison because it's probably the most direct. After a little bit, it just doesn't do that, snap that it does. His face also just kind of comes off the more you open his mouth. It's also just not really great. Which are stuff that I probably forgot to mention, but yeah, he seems on pretty tight compared to like everything else, which is nice. It was kind of hard getting his face on just because like, this is tight. It's very tight, but overall it's good. I like the colors too. Any sculpting problems I have or whatever are just like same as Withered Freddy. Like, I like the colors, they look good. I think the hands are still a little too small, but overall, really good, really solid figure. The gross muck on him looks much better than it did on Withered Freddy. It feels much more apparent too. Like, man, this dude's been sitting in the back somewhere, just rotting for a while, huh? Just overall, really good figure. Just as a direct comparison, I am going to just show off like a Withered Freddy compared to Shadow Freddy, because again, very direct comparison, and overall they're pretty similar. I can't really tell any big quality differences between the two, maybe except for like, I think I might have put on Withered Freddy wrong, at least this one, because I did it as, but it does look good. They are basically the same thing but a recolor, so. Overall, pretty good Shadow Freddy figure, which I'm glad that we even got Shadow Freddy to begin with. That just is a good sign for more obscure characters being able to get figures later on. Like, I'd love to see RWQ, FS, FA, SXC in the next wave, and like JJ and stuff. Just all the secret characters, give me them. But yeah, it's just really cool. I'm actually super excited to see RWQ. And for the first figure of Shadow Freddy, it does a pretty good job at that. Just everything pretty accurate, you know. I love how it looks. But I think I do need to address the big elephant in the room. That being, where's the extra withering? Now, if you don't know, Shadow Freddy is modeled specifically after Withered Golden Freddy, who doesn't have a figure yet for some reason. I'm really surprised that we didn't get anything for Golden Freddy except for a keychain plush for the first wave, but we do know that he's getting stuff in the second wave, so I'm hoping that extends out to like the Endo figures. But that is aside from the point, because Shadow Freddy here is kind of missing everything that sets him aside from Withered Freddy, except for the purple coloration. Which leads me to believe that he was put into production pretty late into the first wave's conceptualization, with him just being a recolor, which is really unfortunate, because there is a bit more to him. I think the only merch company to get Shadow Freddy and his withering and everything about him right has been U2 so far, which is not surprising because they're really good about that, but it just made me really sad to not see the missing ear and the extra wire on his eye right here. I'll show a photo over here. Just really sad, especially if it's such a cool concept for a figure. Overall, I do like how he looks. Again, he doesn't have any problems with, like, you know, the eye is feeling a little too big in him, like too, I don't know, forward and front, I don't know, just not being like sunken enough, like classic Freddy and Withered Freddy kind of had, just because his eyes are kind of black voids. But it's just, I don't know, the missing ear and the lack of the left eye wire just kind of makes me sad, you know, because it was this close to being absolutely perfect. I do hope that that gets changed and updated as they go along, because I do know that Aaron Magoli, I don't know how to say his name, has kind of said that, like, yeah, stuff will change, you know, like specifically Foxy getting his 2-toe appearance, whereas in new figures he has 3 toes, which very small, but I'm still glad that it's getting fixed, which I'm hoping is what can happen with Shadow Freddy here. Assuming that we even get a Withered Golden Freddy figure, because that would just be kind of like perfect, but I don't know, he looks good. He looks good. I'm happy with how he looks. Just still kind of disappointed about the lack of the ears, the missing ear and the wire in the eye. I do love the colors on it, by the way. I think if I can go grab him, the easiest comparison I can make color-wise is a Shadow Freddy plush from Funko, with them both having very similar color palettes, which I like. I like that. I like the color palette on Funko's Withered Shadow Freddy, whatever, and I think it's cool that it's the same here, which I do think I have a theory. I have a game theory, which is that Shadow Freddy was put into production in response of how well the Shadow Freddy plush restock from Funko did. I think Aaron even said something about it, but like that would explain why he looks so exactly like Withered Freddy, which is sad because he definitely I would have been fine waiting until like maybe December, you know, early 2026 for him, as long as he'd been like more accurate, you know. I do think that in the game the colors aren't nearly as bright as they are on Shadow Freddy here, but that's kind of like aside from the point. Of course, he does still have the same articulation and stuff, just a little more rigid feeling, which is good. I like it. It's tight, it's nice, I like that. Still not over the hands here. Why? Could you not have like dual molded it or something? I don't know. I just can't stop looking at it. But, oh, it's kind of purple here. I don't know why it's purple. Why is it purple? Whatever. Aside from the point. Overall, good figure. Probably my favorite of the new figures from the line so far, because I really like Shadow Freddy. For a long time, for about actually almost 8 years since that Shadow Freddy plush came out in 2016, it had been my most like wanted plush or wanted FNaF merch of all time. I was really happy to finally get it, but that is aside from the point. TLDR, I really like Shadow Freddy. This figure is really good, but the minor inaccuracies make me go crazy. But, of course, that's why you can take these apart, because that makes customizing them really easy, which I'm not customizing him. I'm not painting over him, no. If anything, I'm gonna get a second Freddy and a second Shadow, or a second Wizard Freddy, just so I can, you know, make my own version. Which will probably be happening. I'll try and make a Golden Freddy with the extra Freddy suit I have lying around. But that is also still aside from the point. I'm really bad at this, I'm sorry. I go on tangents way too often. Good figure. I like the updates. Let's see him glow. Now, after letting him charge up for a few minutes under the light I used to record these, we're gonna turn the light off and see how he glows. Again, I'll brighten it up, but pretty comparable to the other figures in the line. I know you can barely see anything, apologies, but he glows. It's not as noticeable because of how small his little pupils are. That is a problem that's on Nightmare Own, but again, you know, I understand it, whatever. But it looks cool. It looks cool, which is the important part. Overall, yeah, good. Good glow. And then here's Withered Freddy, who was kind of sapping up some light too. Not nearly as bright, you can tell I didn't put him under the light like I did Shadow Freddy, but overall, really cool. I'm just, I don't know, I'm very happy with how it turned out. For the most part, at least. Lights on, and look at that. He's so shadowy, isn't he? And I think that'll probably be it for this video. And then, of course, whenever I feel like making a video again, probably soon, I'm gonna go over Bonnie and Withered Bonnie. I've had Withered Bonnie on my shelf for the past few days. He's very cool, very good. We'll talk about him later. But yeah, you should what the fuck is that? Who is that? What? Go. Anyways, yeah, and I'll see you when I decide to make a video again. Could be a day, could be a month, could be 2 years, I don't know. Anyways, as always, stay rad, I'm red, and I will see you hopefully soon.